Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Smiles here, and I'm back with another video. And for the first time since I started doing, since I started this YouTube channel, Bafana have lost a game. um, this ends a 12-game unbeaten streak for Bafana. In a game where you can't blame them really, you can't blame Bafana for losing today's game. When you look at the conditions today, playing on a synthetic uh, field pitch, an artificial pitch. Worst part for today, it was rainy, and an artificial pitch, it cannot drain. It cannot drain water, which made the game, especially the first half, an absolute disaster. An absolute disaster, I'm sure, for the players on the field. For me as a South African watching, I was I was like I was dejected from the first moment, because we couldn't play. We couldn't play. We were dominated, especially the first 20 minutes. We saw nothing. We were just chasing the ball. Whatever that we were trying to do, it was failing. It's either we were passing the opponents or doing something wrong. And I don't know how on earth does FIFA and CAF referees or whatever officials that were on the field today allow the match to continue in those conditions. That was awful. The match was not supposed to continue. They were supposed to stop the match. We saw what happened in the second half. They were supposed to wait for the people that were draining the water to drain, and so that the pitch can be a little bit better. But it was bad. It was very, very bad, especially for a World Cup qualifier. It was very bad. And it's not a good advertisement for African football. And it makes me think that, you know what? And like Fafana, we're never going to qualify for the World Cup. Because as much as we try to put in as much as the boys tried to put in the performance on the field, there are other of the field things. It's a footballing fact, I understand. They were supposed to deal with it like professionals. But sometimes they also didn't make this easy for themselves. But you can't blame them. You come all the way with it. You sleep with a game plan. You wake up with a game plan. Suddenly you have to change the whole thing. It's not easy to change. I understand they are professional. I understand they have to adapt. I understand that. They didn't adapt. It's not easy. People say it like it's easy. You must adapt. You must change this. You must do that. You saw. If you were watching the game, you can see there were times we were trying to play the ball. We were trying to play the ball, and there were times when we tried to root once or twice. It wasn't a lot. It wasn't a lot, and that's what I actually wanted, for us to go route one. But it wasn't working. We didn't have players. We don't have tall players to compete with for the ball in the air. And then whenever we try to play the ball, the pitch was waterlogged. The ball just stops everywhere. The ball stops. The ball stops. We didn't have a good first half. We conceded the 2 goals, which I think we should have avoided with obviously good defending. I think that was very silly for the first goal, from like what CVC could have just shielded the ball, maybe cleared, did something, awareness, know that there's someone coming, at least do something. Mudiba, Kuliso Modao, the second goal, I thought he had that in controls. All of a sudden it's a goal. I couldn't believe myself. And the Rwandans, they shouldn't be proud, because you can tell they understood the pitch. Even though it was waterlogged, it suited them more than us. It suited them way more than us, especially in the first half, because it was waterlogged. In the second half, you could see now that the pitch was a little bit drained. We could play, but us being us trying to play and do the interchange the passes, do a lot of those in a small pitch where it's easily for you to take 1-2 and shoot, do something simple and shoot. One thing I realized about this Bafana team is we're not clinical, we don't shoot. How are we going to get a goal? I'm asking myself for future sake. We are going into AFCON and we are not scoring as many goals as I would like to see this team do, because this is a great team and this is a team that must take us to the World Cup. How are we going to get the goals if we're just playing the ball around and not shooting or doing something and not being aggressive? I feel like this aggressive thing, we just don't understand it in South Africa. Aggressive is like going at the opponents hard, going at the opponent hard and making sure you go direct at them. We seem to lack that thing. We seem to lack that thing. I'm sure if we look at the stats now and look at the box entries by Bafana, there will be less because we are playing the ball more outside, most especially on our half of the pitch. We are playing the ball there. And I must say, we have some amazing players to play the ball there. We saw that today. It was amazing to watch when we circulated the ball and did all those things. But it pains me that we can't get the ball into the box. It pains me because I want goals. This is my football. I like the football that we play, but we need to get goals. And to get goals, I feel like this team needs to be aggressive. Going into the opponent's box, make those box entries, find yourself, create spaces for yourself. Create spaces for yourself. And we were not doing that. We were not even when towards the end of the game, I could say, okay, we started showing the signs of being aggressive and all those things because we created a few chances, especially between 80 and 90, from 80 minutes upwards. We were showing signs. We're being more. We're getting the ball into the more dangerous areas. That's where we want the balls. I don't know why we were not doing that from the start of the second half. If we were doing that, we could have probably got ourselves one goal or something like that. We could have got ourselves one goal. But nevertheless, guys, I'm not a pessimistic person. I'm one optimistic human being. And after that game, it wasn't an easy pill to swallow. But after 2 hours, I just looked at the group we're in. I'm like, Rwanda is on 4, we're on 3, Nigeria 2, Lesotho 2, Benin 1, Zimbabwe 2 as well. I'm like, okay, this group is still wide open, and the dream to America is still very much alive. I think the boys should just pull their socks up, off to the next one against Nigeria, and yeah, the fight continues until 2025. We still have an opportunity and we still can do it. We still can do it. We still can do it. And this kind of a game whereby other factors were involved in football. Other factors contributed to our loss today. I think we can forget about this game. I think we can, honestly. And it's a game we should put behind us and move forward. We are going to AFCON. They are not going to AFCON. Let's prepare for AFCON. And yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you. If you've reached this far, please like the video and subscribe. Thank you very much.